The whole point of what we're doing here is to live your best life on this earth. But there is a better life to come afterwards. And I just think everyone deserves to have that opportunity, that they can be saved, that they can have all their sins forgiven, they can have a plan and a purpose and all those wonderful things. That needs to be communicated to anyone who would give us a go. And they would spend a few minutes here. That's all it is, just a few minutes of their whole life. They're giving us a few minutes of their life. We've got to communicate such important truth in that time. To just assume that if you don't get it right this Sunday, we'll get it right next Sunday, and that person will come back again. I've seen lots of people not come back.
That's it. Relax. That's it. Let it work. Let the cold do the work. Let the cold do the work. Let the cold do the work. That's it. Let the cold do the work. Oh.
That was awesome. Good stuff, man. That was great.
15 seconds in there, Brady.
My wife has always had Christianity, had Christ in her heart, all the time. I've always been looking. I've been searching. I would end up in the Amazon jungle drinking ayahuasca with the shamans on silent retreats for 12 days. And nothing felt like it was fulfilling. When I did mention it to Eleni that I wanted to go to church, she said, let's go together. Let's all go together. It was right at that moment he guided us to LifeHouse. And when we walked into church, that fateful day, we'd been stripped back so much that the effects were profound. And then we headed home and things had just changed. Things were different. Our home has opened up. We're having people over for dinner from church all the time. It's like a night and day, the difference with our family. To be baptized feels right. And it's not just one of us, it's 5 of us. And we're taking the youngest to the oldest as a family, and there's strength and there's power in that. And the enemy doesn't want that.
Naturally, things always tend to lean toward disunity and chaos, and things just naturally fall apart.
How does that happen?
So if you don't tend to the garden, it overgrows.
Magpies! Damn you, magpies!
Most people see Richard, he's very upfront, he's very energetic, enthusiastic, he's amazing in his lane, but they don't realise there's someone in the other lane that has actually carried so much that's allowed him to be able to do what he does with such success. I think the planning and the consideration for the detail of every service is my go-to. And then that comes down to even the detail of when a baptism's going to be.
Alright guys, so this Sunday we've got our baptisms.
So there's a lot involved behind the scenes in regards to putting on a baptism service. We look at the church calendar, we put 4 dates in the calendar, and then generally we will start planning.
So at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 confirmed, and maybe a potential another 3.
In our heart at LifeHouse isn't just that, people rock up on a Sunday and be baptised, but our heart is to journey with them. As soon as they put in their expression of interest form, one of our team will give them a call. From there, we will invite them to the baptism information session because it explains everything that happens on that baptism Sunday. The media team will start getting the graphics and everything ready for a Sunday to promote it. We also put together a gift for our baptisees. Is that the right word? No, sorry. Okay, so a baptisee is someone who is being baptised. I coin the term, I own it, and it's my language.
Tell me a bit about your baptism.
Oh, great, we're going there.
We have to ensure, for safety reasons that we've got, mats and things to collect the water so that people don't slip.
So our youth pastor, Sean Andrews, he got baptised and he was really excited to get baptised.
It's the greatest moment of your life, as big as your wedding day. So get out, celebrate, lift up your arms. It's awesome.
And after he got baptised, he wanted to show his excitement to the crowd.
He did a great one. He was on stage when he when he fell.
That was a great day. Definitely one to remember.
But yeah, that was a funny moment and dangerous as well.
What is the worst that could happen?
On a Sunday, no one gets saved, probably. Yeah.
I was raised by a single mother. We had a father that left us at a very young age, but my mother had an addiction, a heroin addiction, and it was all-consuming. And in order for her to feed the habit, she went into prostitution as well. And for one reason or another, I was the one that was beside her through all this. One image that is burnt into my mind is this man my mother was seeing at the time. And one night my brother and I don't even understand why we were sleeping in his bed. We were very young. And then he just tried to force himself onto us, both of us. And he tried to have his way with us. And then when I tried to speak up about it, I was told that I shouldn't. And a lot of my childhood felt that way. I was disappointed, not in him, but in my mother for telling me not to say anything. I was heartbroken. I felt like my mother loved me in her own way. And I think that was one of the many moments that I realised that it wasn't the case.
I've seen over the years that when someone is really going to share and testify what God's done in their lives, that they're really going to make a stand or a statement, that the enemy loves to attack. And if people have had a lot of darkness in the spiritual world or in their pre-Christian life before they've made that decision, well, he doesn't want to let go.
All right, guys, let's start. As a staff, as a team, we really love the Lord. We're doing this for the Lord. And if you love the Lord, then you know that He loves people, so then you're doing it for the people. But then sometimes their job is literally entering names into a database. It's that balance, and that's why it takes a unique person to even be on staff.
Gosh, it's very out of tune.
So my job is to come in here and provide an amazing worship moment for someone, lead people into the presence of God, and then I get to see people's life change. It's the best thing I could ever ask for. For us, when we do baptisms, that's the moment. Our job is to minister that moment. We have a very high level of excellence. We want to create a distraction-free environment, and especially when it comes to baptisms.
So we talked last Sunday that the worship just didn't feel like there was a flow.
Yeah.
There was no flow from one song. I really don't like when songs start and stop.
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel like a Spotify playlist.
I'm obviously feeling some level of pressure. Every creative would agree with me what they're executing actually is a part of who they are.
We're trying to help people, but how do I help people without it costing my staff their health and their mental health? That weighs heavy on me.
Hi Marcus, it's Beck calling from the LifeHouse Baptism team. How you going?
Hi Beck, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just personally I haven't been sleeping. I think I've been getting 4 hours of sleep a night. I felt like I don't want to pray. I don't want to give thanks. I don't want to. I'm second guessing myself. I'm dividing. Anyway.
Yeah, look, due to, in the lead up to a baptism, there's often, a spiritual, the enemy doesn't want you to, be baptized. But I just want to encourage you that, we've got a whole prayer team praying for you and covering you in prayer. And, just believing it's going to be a really powerful Sunday.
A couple of days out from baptism, I'm driving the car and the thought patterns that are reoccurring again and again that are very repetitive is like, mate, this is garbage. Don't worry about it. All this baptism. You're a grown man. Come on, what's the point of all this? It was just constant, and it was tiring me out. I haven't had a drink in, I don't know, I just don't drink alcohol. The night before baptism, the champagne was going around. I grabbed the champagne, I walked out onto the side deck so no one would see me, and I just drank the entire champagne. I'm like, what are you doing? And it got to the point where I actually didn't want to go to baptism.
I want to be praying. I want to be praying for a lot of things this morning. And so, Mark, do you maybe just want to share what's happening, mate, and let's just pray into that.
Last night we had one of our major rehearsals and we had this woman come in, her name was Michelle, with her 4 kids, just off the street, has never heard of us before. Myself and Sylv went out, sorry I'm going to start crying because it's so beautiful. We went out to go pray for her and she said, I just need a church. It's all I need. I've got severe depression, severe anxiety. Her daughter had run away from home and got married to some other dude and put a restraining order on her husband. This whole major family issue was happening. And she came in the midst of our mess and said, I just need a church. And we prayed for her. And I know the enemy saw that. And in that, every single thing in this building turned off. The lighting's broken. The screen wasn't working. The sound's not working properly. And I know that it's not a physical thing because the enemy saw what good we did last night.
That's right.
So we run a very high-level system, and due to a few different issues, we've run through with it all not working. A majority of the lights weren't able to be programmed how we needed them to, and we're a few days out from a major event, and we've only got 1 rehearsal left. All of our levels of stress or pressure or wanting to be amazing at something, trying to create or execute something awesome, always leads you down a path of feeling a little bit anxious or feeling a little bit, I'm not good enough, I'm not made for this, I can't achieve what we're trying to achieve as a church.
Your dad's having troubles with the bass.
What troubles is he having? Sorry to interrupt, I really need your help.
Sorry, go on.
Can you please help Dad figure out what's going on with the space? I've run him a new lead, I don't know, because we need to keep rehearsing because it's 7:40. Yeah, I think we're all just feeling a little bit, what's going on back here?
I felt really heavy coming into baptism. I felt worried. I was anxious. This was a big thing for us. This was a joyous thing for us. It didn't feel that way for me.
Are you nervous?
Like, I'm sure when I'm up there I'll be nervous. Like, right now.
I wanted the morning to be really pleasant.
There.
All right, hey.
Wait.
It wasn't like that at all. It was the complete opposite.
You big fat.
No. What is going on with you this morning?
On Sundays, time is a big factor.
So it starts with Amanda, so it goes down first, and then Marcus can lead his tribe up onto the stage.
I think on a Sunday it takes about 60 plus, up to 90 maybe, volunteers to help a successful Sunday run. I tell my team preparation is key. We get here at 7 and straight away we start working on screens, slides, etc. But if other service teams are running behind, it pushes us back. Yeah, apparently the screen's not working.
Still,
I don't know. It's good to get
even on a sound basis, like the bass wasn't working for like an hour.
Okay.
So just try buy us a bit more time. You can't just pull like that because you're wrecking the LED screen. It's okay, we're gonna fix it, I promise. All right, so let's let Dad and Bowie figure it out. Let's run, because it's 7:45 and we can't afford to keep waiting.
All right, everybody, let's go.
Do I need spare shoes or are these fine?
They're fine, sweetheart. Phoenix, go, baby. Go. I was walking the dogs this morning, and I was like,
Did you put them fresh water? They didn't have any. Marcus, it's a hot day. We're going to be out all day, but we got to go back. I'm sorry, it's really important.
That's okay.
All right, if I can have everybody just quickly come in. Welcome to Baptism Sunday. I know some of you have been battling some things this week. Some challenges may have come up, but you're here.
It's working?
Yeah, with some Frank now.
Which we never touch.
All right, we can put sound and we'll open doors.
All right, let's go, kiddos. Shall we go upstairs?
Very special day. Got your t-shirt?
Yes, get changed.
So if you walk throughout, then there are the toilets right there.
Come on, kid.
Right now.
I'm realizing the enormity of the moment, but I'm not quite there. You have this inner dialogue that keeps telling you you're not worthy, you're not worth it. You're a grown man. Come on, what's the point of all this? You know, you're going to get up there and, you're going to make a fool out of yourself. You're going to feel silly. None of it's real anyway. We are hardened and strengthened in our doubt. And the best way to equate that is this. Get out of bed in the morning, walk downstairs, and jump straight into an ice bath. What you'll experience during the day will be nothing compared to the violence and how uncomfortable it was in that ice bath. The ice bath for me is strengthening my mind and my body. Baptism for me will align me with my spirit and make me one again. It was supernatural. And it just felt like I had taken off a massive backpack that I was wearing and I didn't even realise I was. I thought I had survived all this time with my own intelligence. It wasn't the case. He'd carried me through all those times, and it made me appreciate what happened.
At school, I was bullied every day. Every friend I thought I had eventually turned their back on me.
Before I found Jesus properly, before I put him first in my life, he was just off to the side. School was crazy. At home, it got a bit crazy.
Then we came here and I didn't know what to think because Mum and Dad just said we were going to a church. But when I walked through the auditorium, I felt like I was at home.
The people here welcomed us with open arms. They didn't see my brokenness, they just saw me.
Instead of walking through life riddled with fear, worry and torment, I began to feel peace.
And I just thank Jesus for every opportunity he has given me.
He's my friend, my guide and my saviour, and today I stand here ready to give him everything because he gave me everything first.
What a perfect sacrifice. I will spend the rest of my life to testify. Oh, just how deep and just how high is the love I found in Christ. Oh, what a love, oh, what a love I found in him. Yes, oh, what a love, oh, what a love I found in him.
I think a great question to ask is, why should we trust you with finances and vision offering? There's lots of causes you can give to. None of them go into eternity. So invest in people. Do whatever you can do to help someone enter into the kingdom, to bring others into the kingdom. I just don't think there's anything better you could be spending your money on.
Imagine what eternity is like when what we're receiving on earth is just so heartwarming to see a family just feel like they've got friends, like they can belong, they've got community. They're beyond a financial measure. You can't measure that in an Audi or a Porsche or a fancy house. They're just, that's what life's really all about.